Hello and welcome to Pointless Point of View. My name is Callum Taylor, as always. I'm joined by the handsome one, Mr. Fraser Doig.
Damn.
Another episode. That's it, eh? Coming along now. Many episodes.
Yeah.
And we're still didn't get
Are you just saying that because you can't remember what number we're on?
Yeah.
100%.
Honestly, I was sitting there going, what number are we? And then I'm like, shit, okay. Anyway.
It's been a while since we've recorded an episode because we've had a bit of personal stuff going on with the two of us. We've been sorting it out, but we are getting back into the swing of it, which the movie I chose last time, which was Tron Legacy, if folk remember from our last episode. But as per usual, we have news, so fire the news.
Yeah, we've got quite a few bit of news. Kicking it off, you know me, I'm a massive fan of the CW series.
Unfortunately.
You'd love it too if you'd stuck with it. But obviously everyone knows, well, most people will know now that there's a big crossover called Infinite Crisis coming. And we've already have like 2 Supermen in it now, and a Supergirl.
Kevin Conroy's going to be Batman.
Kevin Conroy's Batman. So what they've went and done is they've brought back 2 Smallville big hitters, let's call them. As in Clark Kent, played by Tom Welling, will be reprising his role, and Erica Durance.
Do you go see him fly?
Fuck, I hope to see him in the suit.
Maybe.
You know, because we never got that.
Yeah, you never got that.
We saw him fly.
And also the boy who plays Lex Luthor is the only one who said no so far.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
I believe that's his name. He put out a post and he was like, I've been contacted. They didn't give me a script. They didn't give me a time. They didn't give me really anything. They were just like, we need an answer now, and he just turned it down. It wasn't worth the time, which makes sense.
I can understand that, but on the other hand, it's kind of got a bit of those like I'm too good for it now vibes, where it's like just do it. Like it's not like you're.
You're
I understand. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's probably doing a lot of stuff, and I don't want to shit on the guy, but I'm just saying it's not like you see him in like these big massive blockbusters left, right and chip shop. Like, just take it.
Yeah, but at the same time, a major thing for him during the show was that he had to go bald every single time, and I bet he's sitting there for the first time in about 10 years being able to hay hair, and he's just like, you know what, it's not worth the money, not worth shaving my head and getting a cap on top.
CG, they've got the technology now.
Yeah, but that's now that Infinite Crisis has got 3 Supermen, a Supergirl. I find it really weird that they're bringing an extra, like a Supergirl, like that, the one from Smallville. They could easily brought her over.
Still time yet.
I know, it's just really weird. And
well, you can watch it and tell me if it's good, because I ain't gonna.
You will.
But no,
you will. I mean, you've not seen any of them. I'm going.
Just deciding that I'm watching that one.
Yeah, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them, and I'm going to bring them along for you to see, and you can just like, these are amazing, and I need to watch them now.
Yes, I'm sure exactly that is the exact reaction I'm going to have.
200 odd episodes on each show. Yeah,
just like I remember when you snuck a fucking, when you gave me movies on the hard drive, and you snuck a series of Supernatural on there to try and get me watching it. I'm not even fucking clicked on it.
That's shocking. You should try it.
Not
10 episodes. 10 episodes. That's all it is.
Nope. There's too much things out there.
It'll be the best decision of your life.
I can assure you I've made much better decisions in my life. So, what's next?
Moving on. I don't know if you've probably seen it, but I know you've probably seen it in the background with your dad. But Walker, Texas Ranger. Do you remember that?
How old do you think my dad is?
I don't know, 50?
I'm sure that's the Chuck Norris TV
show, so
right?
it's not like that.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was on in the 70s.
Right, your dad would have been born and around in the 70s.
Yeah, but I wasn't. So how could I watch that in the background?
Like, you know how old, like my father sits and watches like the World Wars over and over again.
Yeah, but that's like documentaries.
He's somehow hoping something's different. Like,
my dad, I can't remember what I'm sure he watched like How to Build a Car. Yeah, all those like mechanic stuff, not Texas Walker Ranger.
They do that now.
I think American dads probably do that.
I feel like your dad would have been. I'm saying that it's not about like the world coming to an end or something.
It's not disasters. He loves disaster. He doesn't just want the world to come.
Anyway, back to the part of news. Mind you were talking about Supernatural.
Unfortunately,
yeah. Well, do you know the brother with the long hair?
The tall one.
Yeah, Jared Padalecki. He is reprising the role in the reboot for the main character.
It's going to fail.
How?
It's going to fail.
How?
Easily.
How's it going to fail?
It's just not going to be good enough.
But you've never seen the original.
I mean, it's not. It's like the whole. Anytime they try and bring back any sort of thing,
So anytime anything's ever been brought back, it's never
Lethal Weapon TV show, gone. Rush Hour TV show, gone.
The Rush Hour TV show sucked. Lethal Weapon was good until the main actor.
That one they brought out with the boy who was Havoc in the X-Men. What is it? Begins with an M. Can't remember the name yet.
Magnum PI.
No,
Maverick, Magnum.
It was something. The guy who makes things out of nothing. Yeah.
Oh, MacGyver.
Yeah, that's it.
MacGyver. Oh, that's still out.
I'm sure it's gone,
still
mate.
out. I'm not searching it right now.
Have you seen it?
No.
Exactly.
I've never watched the originals.
This isn't going to do any well. This isn't going to do it. It's unfortunately.
Sorry. Phone. Put my phone on silence.
Yeah, you moaned at me about that.
I did actually moan about you. Oh, there it goes again.
That Walker's Texas Ranger is like a product of its time.
Right.
So it's probably not going to do what
it could be the best TV show you've never seen.
Probably. But
it could be.
I don't like the guys for Supernatural in the first place.
Why? You're just like, yeah, Supernatural, these guys suck.
I don't think they suck. I think it's more just like...
I'm sorry, you do something for 15 years. You're either super lucky or really good at faking it the whole time. Or a giant fan base that stops it dying. One or the other.
Right, fair enough.
Okay, right, moving on. So I'm picking on my boy Jared Padalecki. Best hair in the business.
Your boy.
6 foot man.
Your best friend. Your best friend.
We're bros, you know what I mean?
Your best friend. You just had to look up what his name was.
Look up. No.
Your best friend.
Yeah, my best friend. Best friend
First
ever.
time I've ever heard you mention his name,
I was his best man at his wedding. You know what I mean? Give a cracking speech.
Sure you did.
That's what the bride and everything. Anyway, moving on. See how we are both equal level fans of the
I love how you started this one. I don't know where you're going.
On the DC television shows. Maybe we're on par on how much we love these things.
We've only seen one. I've only seen one.
But anyway,
there's only been one. One's been cancelled.
There's loads of them. Anyway, moving on. We had high hopes. Well, we saw some of it and it looked quite decent. So we're quite sad that we've not been given it. But it's finally been revealed that Swamp Thing is getting a October release on Amazon Prime,
which I'm very happy about because I heard that this is really good.
Yeah.
Do you think if this gets a lot of viewers that Amazon will pick it up?
Yes. Or Netflix will.
Do you believe that?
Or Netflix will. There's a level. There's DC tried it. Went, oh, it's too scary.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that Amazon's getting it in the first place because of like everybody was like,
we don't want.
Why
it.
are you doing this?
Yeah, maybe, but it's definitely worth it because if I'm going to watch it, you're going to watch it, and if enough people watch it.
One thing I'm a bit worried about is that a lot of people were like, why did you do this? Not because the show's good. They went, why did you do this one episode in? Like, are folk gonna watch this because of curiosity of why it got cancelled?
Probably.
And then just not, and then what? Just be like, oh no.
Yeah, because the thing is, it could be really good. So even someone's like, I'm just gonna check this out because it got cancelled really quickly for some reason, which still brings in views, and then that person's like, this is amazing. Tells another person, you know what I mean? It keeps on going like that.
I hope it does. I hope it turns out to be class, and it's like that DC made a massive mistake. Yeah, because I'm watching it 100%. Because it looked real good to me, and I heard it was real good. So
it's up our alley.
Plus, I have Amazon, so what's going to cost me? Fuck all.
Time. That's literally it, which we all have abundance of. Anyway, moving on. We got and I know you really care about this. Again, like at the DC, you really care about this. Frozen 2 trailer. Did you see it?
I didn't know we were going to do this or not, so no, I've not watched it.
You never told me to cut. See, this is planned. We pre-planned this, and you only told me to cut off.
No, I never watched the trailer.
This actually, like, I know people go, oh my god, that's sad, right?
It just makes you look like it. That's fine.
Yeah, I watched it because I watch all trailers. All trailers. Any trailer pops up, I watch. Right.
Okay.
It's a bad idea. There's a lot of terrible films out there, but this one goes really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like somehow it seems like she's going to go mad with magic again. Right. You know what I mean? But
what else are you going to do?
She ends up in a dark forest. Like her parents told her this speech about it, and it just looks like people are trapped on one side of fog. You know what I mean? So it looks quite good, and it seems like it's getting quite dark.
From a child perspective, from a like Frozen 1 perspective, do you believe that this one will be
No.
as hyped and loved as the
No,
first?
I think it will make the same amount of money.
It'll make a lot of money, 100%. But I
Because-
mean, but will it like be live in everybody's mind like Frozen,
No.
like one did?
No, because even in this trailer, they were like, oh, like, say with trailers, especially kids ones, it comes up with the writing, and then other writing to fill in a sentence. They went let go and then filled the sentence in. So even they're playing on it. And there's no hint at a song. Yeah,
there will be.
Yeah, obviously.
100%.
But what's it going to be? Please don't let me go.
I'd like to think that person who wrote that song was just losing their mind trying to come up with something exactly the same.
I know, they're all sitting there, and they're like, "We need to come up with a song." And he's like, "I don't know. What do you want me to do?" Well, it was a one-hit wonder.
I've watched a few trailers, but unfortunately, I never watched the Frozen one. That's even though I know I said that we'd talk about it. But
You let me down, man.
did you see that Adam Sandler trailer? The one about the jewels.
Nah. Explain it to me though.
It's done by the the one that's got Robert Pattinson where he's trying to break his brother out of jail.
To the lighthouse.
No, that's his recent one. It was the one just before that. It was the one his brother's in jail, like getting his shit kicked out of him, and he tries to like do something to break him out.
Is this one where he's a junkie?
He look a bit like that. He's got the hood on. It's that guy, his brother. They're the brothers who did it. It's their new movie where Adam Sandler plays like this, sort of jewel seller, but I think he's trying to sell dodgy jewels to the mafia, and then it looks actually not bad, and it looks like something Adam Sandler would not do.
This must be the one. A lot of people were talking about a film that Adam Sandler was doing where it's out of his ballpark.
This looks very much out of his.
Supposedly it was really good. Like from say they get screenings and all that stuff. Supposedly like people were really happy about this.
I think it's called like Get Jeweled or something like that.
What a stupid fucking name.
I can't remember if that's the exact thing, but I watched it.
Yeah.
You know how a lot of the trailers nowadays, they've come up with like it's that production company A24.
Yeah.
It's done by them as well. Because
Right.
they're like, I think because their trailers are appearing quite a lot recently. I know that they produced that Midsummer and Hereditary,
Yeah.
like the book, and they
They're
obviously
both
were
smashes.
massive
Yeah.
hits. So I mean, obviously they've clearly got some kickback from that,
Why not? But I think I'll have a look at it.
which is
and see what
annoying
it's
because
like.
I've still not seen either of them. Have you?
No, I'm not a horror guy.
I've heard they're cracking though.
Yeah. If you pick it one time, but I'm not going to go out my way and be like, I'm going to watch a horror on my own.
That's fair enough.
I watched it. It wasn't okay. No, I mean, tears. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. We got a short last week or the week before.
Yeah, I don't know the exact date, but obviously we've
Yeah.
explained that there's been a gap between episodes, but we wanted to talk about it 100%.
Yeah, we got a Jurassic World 3 short. Or was it Jurassic? I can't remember what it's called.
I think it was just a Jurassic World. It didn't really have a title. It just was a short.
But it's kind of
dropped out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's kind of an 8-minute video looking into what's happened after our favourite Jurassic World movie, the second one, and we were right. We were perfectly right that it seems like shit's just went to chaos. And
Do you feel like this short had a darker tone?
yes, massive dark tone, especially because for the get go it's just a family sitting in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're talking about the dinosaurs and all this stuff, and they think they're safe because they're pretty much up. They must be up a mountain or something, up a cliff.
I think it looks like they're in a sort of forest, but it must be like, whoever's in charge of the world or whatever has come out and been like, brought out a map and be like, only dinosaurs, you only see them in this certain areas. Like they'll be native to what parts? Because at the very end of the short, after everything kicks off, which I'm sure that we'll talk about, it shows like different parts of the world, and it's all different types of like the dinosaurs. You see like the little tiny ones run up and take something off like a bunch of folk at a picnic, and then you see the water one, of course, and then you see
the flying one.
Yeah, I think it's someone's is it someone's birthday party then? The flying one.
Oh yeah, it's in like a park or something.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry, but that's a stupid thing to put out because we've had 5 films now, and the dinosaurs have never stayed in one place. At the
end of the day, it's a stupid idea to let them roam free in the first place.
Yes. So our point was proven when we were like, that child was an idiot.
This is clearly what the next movie is about.
Yes.
But this short, I actually really enjoyed.
Less CGI. It's like we said.
I feel like the dinosaur, the carnivore that came in and started attacking them, felt animatronic. The other ones were CG.
Yeah.
I did enjoy when the carnivore was trying to eat the baby, and then the dad came out and it was like basically like get away from. Yeah. I quite enjoyed that.
I thought the little girl was a badass. That was pretty cool. She was like, "Fuck you," but it's just been revealed.
Did you before we went? So I know what you're going to say, but the boy in the family. Yeah. He looked familiar. None of the rest of them looked familiar.
You've seen the main lassie before. You should have. She's. I don't know. I'm going to bite myself on the ass here, but she's been in a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And do you on YouTube? Sorry, on Netflix. Have you seen a thing called Island or My Island or something?
I've seen it kicking about.
The main lassie, same lassie for the short.
Oh, fair enough. I've seen it like in because you know how Netflix is doing this whole the top 10 shows in the UK and whatever top 10 movies. Yeah, and I've seen it like appearing there.
Yeah, but it was just revealed. This actually came out today, which is quite weird because we're planning this and stuff. But it's been revealed that the OG gang is back. We've got Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, and Sam Neill.
Jeff Goldblum was in the last one.
Yeah, but
he didn't really do much. Yeah. He just said the things.
So we'll have him, and obviously Sam Neill and Laura Dern. They were the main characters from the first three.
First two. No, they were in 1 and 3.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't in 3. He was in 3. They were both in 1. Goldblum was in 1 and 2, and the last one.
Yeah. But good. It's nice that they'll be there with Chris Pratt.
Do you think that's because of the bad reception of the last one?
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like they were kind of like, this is what we're going to do. Like, we're going to show the world in chaos, so they're going to have, like, all the OGs come back.
As long as in this next one, everybody is not a moron.
Sorry.
And, like, certain things that are just brought up are completely ignored. Like the little girl being a clone. Remember that?
Oh my god.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when she was a clone and then everybody was just like...
It justifies the reason for being a fuckwit.
Remember that? So, hopefully there's none of that, and hopefully we get... Like, what do you do? Is it just going to be like, get rid of them?
I think...
Because it's going to be like, the last one was like, let's all set them free, and then this one's going to be like... Let's just kill them all. Let's just get rid of them all.
See, this is the thing. I feel, and it's probably people are like, no, that's just because you love zombies, Callum. But I feel like they might go down the zombie path, where it's kind of like the world's just in fucking chaos and no one knows what to do.
Think so?
It could be. You know what I mean?
I feel like they're going to go run in the mill Jurassic again, where there's a certain group that wants to make the dinosaurs weapons.
Oh please! And they have please to stop don't do that. I cannot be bothered with another
gonna be that again.
Rich guy being like, let's put them together.
Yeah, you know it's going to be that again.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, is this working?
At least they're not going to put 40 dinosaurs together again and make a new one.
Oh, mate,
maybe they'll be like, I don't know.
Come on.
Because they did it in the last one. I generally think is this what it'll be? It'll be some company that's going, oh look, dinosaurs, let's make them an army.
It's that doctor.
Did he not die in the last one?
I can't remember, Fraser. To be fair, I honestly can't fucking remember.
Alright, fair enough. But I enjoyed the short. Before I start shitting on the movie, I enjoyed the short.
The short was really entertaining, and it's got me hooked.
And it dropped out of nowhere.
Has it got you hooked for the next one? Knowing that it's in that type of world.
I don't want to say yes, but I don't want to say no at the same time.
So you're a hard maybe.
I'm like, let's see how it goes, because obviously, again, the last one was fucking ridiculous and some of it made absolutely no logical sense. But at least the people have realised that letting dinosaurs roam into the real world is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why it was even a question, to be honest with you. But
true.
Anywho, moving on. We had a PlayStation State of Play.
More gaming news.
Yeah.
Did we have gaming news last time we did this?
I don't think we did. Did we?
Cannot remember.
Yeah.
But
yes, we really do love doing this, by the way. I know it's coming across that we were just like, yeah, okay, but we really do love doing this.
But we got a PlayStation
State of Play. Yeah, and to be fair, it wasn't. It's not the fact that it was bad. It was kind of like the little short they do during the year.
A lot of people expected it to be more.
Yes, I expected Ghost of Tsushima, which we didn't get.
I expected at least some things about maybe some more exclusives, but we did get two big things.
Yes, we'll start with the small one. we were given finally a story trailer of Call of Duty.
Yeah, because most of it's been the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Really, and obviously I understand how they focus more on the multiplayer because kind of the multiplayer became the fascination of Call of Duty and not the single player, as proved by the last one where there wasn't even a single player and it still sold their buckets. But with this one they've promised a story which they are giving us.
And don't get me wrong, it looks like the generic basic story. Go in, save people.
It does kind of look a bit like that. There looks like a couple of set pieces I quite like the night vision stuff. Have you heard about this night vision multiplayer?
No, but I want to.
So I was watching some YouTube videos, and obviously the beta's been out, and it's basically like team deathmatch, but you have to have your night vision on at all times.
Yeah, sorry, I'm squeaking as I'm moving.
You have to have your night vision at all times so you can see.
I'll take that.
And then because you've got your night vision, you can't zoom in, so everybody's got a laser, but you can see everybody's laser.
Oh, fuck, that'd be hard.
So you can see who's shooting at you at the same time. It looks fun.
I've not seen any. That's quite weird. I've played the multiplayer beta and never saw it. I don't
know if that was just for the PC one or they brought out the beta and then updated it and then it would be like
shocking.
I know there's not obviously there isn't a battle royale, but there is a 20 versus 20.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably better than the battle royale. If that feels like a battlefield mode to me.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is probably better.
And they're bringing, I don't know if you remember it, in the old Call of Duty, there was a map called Rust, which was like a massive factory building. Mm-hmm. They're bringing back for it, which, it would still be fun. But what I played it was very good, very entertaining, and especially the realism option, like the mode. I hated 2v2, you hated 2v2.
But the story trailer, the characters are, without a shadow of a doubt, look better than they've ever looked.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Like, Price looks phenomenal.
Yeah. Do you think we're the guy with the little moustache? See the younger looking guy? Had
spiky hair?
Yeah, do you think we're him? Or do you think we're just a ghost?
I think we're Price.
Aye.
Makes sense, or maybe not, I don't know.
I do know that there's a part of the story where you play as a child.
Okay.
Because see how in the story trailer the girl's talking about how our people have been gassed and all this stuff. There's actually a minute in the story, a moment in the story where you actually play as a child. Do you remember the old trailer? And you had a child standing on top of a hill looking down.
I think so.
You're actually meant to play one of those kids trying to escape from there because their parents just got killed. I see that being controversial.
Well, it's not the first time Call of Duty have done it.
Airport
Remember
scene?
the airport scene, the nuke drop scene. Yep. They've had
Kevin Spacey.
Well, yeah, that in time, but they've had controversy. They've put certain bits in it.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because it's kind of, it depends how that's done because it's weird. I remember eventually when the airport scene became controversial, but when I first played it, I thought nothing of it. I shot them all, but then in hindsight, you're like, it makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know. Probably obviously it's just more mature and now where it's kind of maybe I won't play this. I won't you'd have to do it anyway. But I know what you mean.
It's one of those moments, and it's going to be one of those things.
As long as it's done right and it's not just in there for we gotta make something talk what I mean.
Yeah, make it talk, make something that people go to talk about.
Do you know how long the story is?
No idea.
It's not going to be massively long, but I'd like it to at least be
8 hours.
Aye. Maybe 8 to 10 hours.
Nice 8 hours.
Yeah.
But that's standard for. I think it would be a standard for those type of games, and I'm happy with it. Mm-hmm. I'll definitely give it a try.
Just because a story is literally an 8 hours.
Yeah.
If it's a good damn 8 hours.
Yeah. A Way Out. A Way Out
was what took us. I think it was about 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5.
I'd say Titanfall 2 is a good 8 hour campaign, and that's fucking phenomenal. Certain length doesn't come into it.
Yeah.
It just has to be. I hope that they've not just been let's just give them a fucking story.
Too much details went into it for me to think that.
I can agree with that.
Also,
I don't just it's just that fear.
Yeah. Do you Spartacus?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you remember the guy who was always betting? He was always conniving.
Yes, I did see him. I meant to bring that up to you.
I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name, but
he's also appeared in a few movies in that. He was Captain Boomerang in the Flash TV show. Yes, I did see him.
Good DC call it right there.
I did because when I used to watch it. But yeah, I did.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was like, Is that him?
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. We get to shoot him, I'm guessing. So
probably.
Yeah.
He might. I don't. Anyway, but it looks good.
Yeah.
We may as well move on to the big one, really.
I know, but we've got. Well, we'll finish on the movie news. The last bit of movie news. Yeah. Anyway, but the big reveal, and this is a reveal that we were like, oh my god, Last of Us 2.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
Basically, when they announced the state of play, or the guy who wrote, I can't remember his name. I forget. Thank you. I forget all the time. Wrote out like a Last of Us 2, and then we're like, cool. We're gonna find out when it's out.
Yeah.
February 2020. It's sooner than I really thought.
Oh my god, I'm so happy because it's like between. I don't know what else comes out in February.
It's basically like nothing in January. Last of Us 2 and. Well, for me personally, there's nothing in January. Last of Us 2 in February, Watch Dogs Legion the next month, and then Cyberpunk 27 the month after that. That's so dream. That is a rough start of a month. That is a lot of time because my dog better have grown up by then so I can play games.
No, you're just gonna have to wireless, mate. Wireless chargers, everything. That's what you're gonna have to do. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. The dog will grow by then.
I've already spoke to the wife. I've told her that the Last of Us 1 is the free game this month. It's getting put on the PlayStation, and in January we are playing through the Last of Us 1.
You have it digital, don't you?
I gave my code to someone else.
You gave it to me?
Because I gave it to you.
No, I was sitting here thinking, I was like, that's my first memory of having PlayStation. The new PlayStation was you giving me the code for the first game. Yeah,
because what happened was that you had a PlayStation.
Yeah. But I had nothing on it yet.
You had a PlayStation 3. And I had an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And I asked you, can we swap consoles for a month so I could play The Last of Us, because I hadn't played it, because I had an Xbox 360. And then obviously I played through it. And then when you got a PS4, you didn't have a game with it. And I was like, well, I've got a code for Last of Us. And you're going to like, of course I'm going to play Last of Us again.
Yeah.
So I gave you the code. But because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even got to play it in the first place before it was even on PS4. So
there's a touch of story between both.
But so I told her that we're going to play through the first one.
Yeah.
Because she needs to
experience. We play it with her there. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Sweet.
So then we can, because certain games we've played together.
Yeah.
And she can, like, some things she rolls her fucking eyes at. Like, when I played The Division or anything, she rolls her eyes at that shit. But if she really gets invested in the story,
like Witcher,
like The Witcher, Fallout 4, the Walking Dead Telltale games, like if she gets really invested, she'll sit and enjoy it. And then obviously, but not every game she's gonna love. So
obviously,
I've told her
what you're trying to do. What you're doing right now is you're laying the groundwork. So if she likes the first one, you can be like, oh well, the second one's coming out then.
She'll like that because it's story driven.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs probably not. Cyberpunk, she'll probably get sick of it, and I'll not.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, but right, the trailer before I went on a tangent.
Sorry.
What do you think of the trailer? Because it's not giving away a lot, but it's answered a lot of questions.
Has it though?
Yes.
Like.
Okay. It's answered.
Yes.
It's basically
it's answered the main one.
The very first trailer.
Yeah.
Where she was like saying they're all gonna die,
and
we were like, "What is this all about?"
Yeah.
It's answered that. It looks like this new group kills our new love interest, and she goes on revenge.
Yeah, that's.
It's obviously it's answering some question. It's just not saying who the group is.
Yeah.
And obviously, remember that trailer we got with them hanging people in the woods.
Yeah, I was literally going to bring it up. We still don't know who that is.
Yeah, but I think the group she goes after has got the connections with her mum, because Tommy goes like, you don't know who they are. You don't know who these people are.
Yeah, you don't know how big they are.
Yeah,
you don't know that.
That's going to be the connection. She's going to I don't know if they killed her love interest on purpose.
I think they done more than killed her, and I really hope that they don't show it.
Well, The Last of Us.
They push.
Well, it's good. The Last of Us are good at implying that, but not doing it. Because if you remember the guy, when you just play as Ellie in the first one, and you meet the guy who's nice, but he turns out to be a pedo rapist and a cannibal, but you feel like he's going to do something, but it never actually happens. I feel like maybe they go to do something to her after they've killed her love interest, but she escapes, but she's obviously still hurt.
Yeah. Did you see the bit in the trailer right after that moment where she's just sitting on a bed with her top
covered
off,
in bruises,
just
yeah,
head to toe.
I think they obviously killed the love interest and kicked the shit out of her.
Yeah, but why leave her alive? Again, it could be the fact that her mum's part of this.
Well, this is the thing: do you think that this is random, or do you think that they've went for her on purpose?
I think they went looking for her. I really do. I think it all comes back to the first game and the fact that she's the chosen one and all this stuff. Like, I think it's one of those things that this is probably a cult that I've been like, oh, there is one out there. You know, before, like, I don't know how many years have passed, but before, these people are like, oh, scientist-wise, they're like, this person, it can cure. But over time, madness kicks in, people turn into a cult and all that stuff, and a type of following. And they've probably been like, oh, so this person's the thing. She's the one, all this stuff. So
do you think it looks like it's going through seasons again?
Definitely.
Because there's snowy bits, there's like the sort of sunshiny bits. Yeah. Damn, it looks fucking amazing. It looks beautiful.
So good.
Like, it looks
Do you
beautiful.
think we're going backwards in the term of places? Like, she's this far out. Is she going to go back, or do you think she's going somewhere completely different?
No, it's going to be I think it's going to be brand new locations.
Yeah, because I remember
looks like the town that they're in is like a brand new area.
Do you think so?
I think it's obviously been there for a while because they've got plans laid out. You know how she goes, and they're like, "Oh, look who's going out," and then someone's like, "You need to do this. You need to do this." It's clearly not a new settlement. It's just a it's a settlement that got built after. I still think it's the same place.
I think it's the place at the end of the gate, the first one, where you walk down. I think it's that place.
What, where you go and see Tommy?
Yeah. No, not the first time you see Tommy, but right at the end of the game. Is that
not where they go? They go back to Tommy?
Because at Tommy, that's just a base for power, remember? They're just there to sort the power for the dam and all that stuff. And it's connected to something, but you never ever see what it is until the end of the game. I think they're there, and I think they've just built it over time. And I still feel, it's kind of weird. Do you feel like Joel's been around, or do you think he's been away? Because obviously...
That's what I was going to talk about next.
Yeah, sorry. So I kind of jumped ahead.
At the end of the trailer, he does appear. And you don't like the way he looks.
I don't think either of them look like... But yes, when people grow up, they look different.
He's older.
Yeah, but they still hold a certain look.
It looks like he's lost weight.
Looks like he's put on weight.
Are you saying, I think it looks like he's older and disheveled.
He's got a really big face now. Where his face was really thin in the first one. It's quite big now, which could be age.
It's a whole lot of see the moment I heard Troy. It's the moment I heard Troy Baker's voice come out with that character. It just gave me goosebumps.
Oh my god!
The moment I'd absolutely fucking love Troy Baker himself. I think he's absolutely fantastic, and that character, him and Booker DeWitt, is like the pinnacle of Troy Baker. And just hearing the voice come out of just that line of like, "Do you think I'm going to let you do this yourself?"
Yeah.
Like,
do you think it's the same scene? See where he grabs her by the mouth and she goes, "What are you doing here?" And
no,
goes,
I don't
think that's. I don't see the person. The person that grabbed their face. I think it's someone from the first game.
Think so?
Yeah.
There's
I don't know who.
Left.
No, I know.
Even Tommy looks a bit like shit.
Aye, but he looks withered. Something rotten.
So do you think it's gonna beginning of the game? You're with a love interest. She dies. You're by yourself for a season, and then you're with Joel for a season, and then you're maybe by yourself again.
I think you won't see Joel until the last season.
You really think so?
I think he might pop up.
I really hope that's not true, because it's gonna. I know I love Ellie, and I love the actress that plays her, and I think she's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But no Joel or very little Joel will hurt me.
Yeah.
I think.
In the worst case, you can also remember he could be in the first season.
And I swear to God, if he dies in this game, I will weep like a little girl. I swear to God, he better not die in this game.
I could see it. I could see him going the same way as Joe's somewhat love interest for the first one.
Or she gets bit and you have to do it.
Yeah.
See if it's like Walking Dead Telltale where you have to I'll stop it there. You'll be like, "Do you finish it?" But I'm going to go past it. I will not shoot him.
I'm like, Fraser, there was two of them.
I can't do it.
It was aliens at the end.
I don't want him to die.
I
can understand that it might happen, but I do not want it.
Here's a question, right? So, do you think she knows? We've done this before, but do you think she knows the truth?
About how he lied?
Yeah.
I'm very curious about the fact that the story doesn't seem centered around that whatsoever.
Yeah, the trailer, Kind of what's the trailer? Sorry, that's my opening my juice. Water. I really feel like the trailer kind of makes it look like it's centered around the fact trying to make Ellie feel better. You know what I mean? Like the other trailers, it was she's like, "Oh, these guys are looking at you," and the girlfriend was like, "No, it's you. You're strong." Blah blah. Like I really feel like this is she's finally let herself be peaceful.
It feels like she was home. She finally feels safe. She finally feels like she's part of something, and then whoever these people are, take it away from her, and she's not happy.
I know. How early on do you think it happens?
That she dies?
Yeah, that lasts it. I think it's just early.
I don't think it's like Joel's daughter level.
Yeah.
Because that's right at the beginning. I think you're at least with her for a season.
Yeah, I try and give you that, as a player, give you a connection with her. Yeah. Makes sense.
100%.
Because even at that, it's the seasons in that.
You're at least with her for a season.
Yeah.
If it's 4 seasons again, you're at least with her for a season. And then Joel then she maybe has to come back all beating the shit out of, and that's when Joel's like, I can't let you do this on your own, and goes with her.
See, the thing is for me, like, I'm hyped for this.
Oh, beyond 1,000,000%.
Like, I'm more hyped for this than I am Cyberpunk. But that's the only reason because of that is because I've played A Last of Us. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know this is good. I know this is going where Cyberpunk could come out messy. Death Stranding for me, could come out
this
messy.
is a strange one because they're completely different games. Not only the fact that one's like in a zombie apocalypse and one's set in a futuristic world. Sorry,
it's fine.
It's more like they're gonna play completely different.
Oh yeah,
the Cyberpunk is set in you make your own character, first person, futuristic, choice based game. Where Last of Us is a third person, controllable character, completely story driven focused game. They are completely two different things.
I get that.
So it's hard for me to say I'm hyped for more than one than the other, but what do I feel like I could invest more time into Cyberpunk, but I feel like I'm going to be more emotionally attached to The Last of Us. That's the way I probably describe it.
Yeah, I get that.
I will definitely spend more time in Cyberpunk, but I definitely feel like at the end of the year I could talk about how more feelings I have on the story of Last of Us. Like, I feel that this Last of Us story is going God of War. Like, for me, the level of emotional attachment and actual beautiful storytelling is going to be the same.
Next year's halfway point of going, so how was the first half of the year?
It's going to be the opposite. It's going to be this year is all about the end of the year, and next year looks like it's all about the start.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but that's The Last of Us too, because
we can rant, we can keep going for this one after that, but we'll just leave it be. Moving on to the last bit of movie news. Obviously, the Batman's been around.
Yes.
Robert Pattinson's The Batman has come about, and Matt Reeves. Everyone knows this.
The main reason we're talking about this, and it's just going to be for a little bit, but we want to talk about it at least. Is that not officially, but it looks like the Commissioner Gordon is cast, and is it officially cast? Like, is it? It's
no,
basically in the last.
He's literally. They're in the last second of this. Who he is?
And who's that again?
Jeffrey Wright from Westworld and from from the Bond films.
So he plays Felix in the Bond films, in Daniel Craig's Bond films. And apparently Jonah Hill is rumoured to be basically the same, like on the last legs of casting, as the villain. And basically what we're wanting to talk about here, just for a little bit, is who the fuck is he and what are they going to do?
I'll put my name in the ring and
you're going to say that I feel like you're going down the same route that a lot of people are going down route, which is the Penguin.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be the Penguin or the Riddler.
The Penguin or the Riddler.
Penguin or the Riddler, because people are like, oh, but he's a big boy. That he'll know with the Riddler, but he's no big boy. He's a boy that can go big. Then he can very Christian Bale it. not to that degree, but you know what I mean. Like he's able to change. If someone goes,
I thought you were going to say like his personality is not big enough to be the Riddler.
all right, no, God, no.
It's nothing to do with him being like the size he is. I don't care.
No, I know, but there'll be some people out there who are like, because he's a big boy.
Because he's not a stick.
But let's be serious.
A lot of the Riddlers in the comics, they're like sticks. But it's more like, for me, he doesn't. Well, I mean, he can go up there in personality, like Wolves of Wall Street.
Literally what I was about to say.
But for me, I don't know. I don't see him as the Riddler.
No,
I don't see him as the Riddler. In my mind, I've got like certain people who could be the Riddler.
Yeah.
Like Neil Patrick Harris could be an excellent Riddler.
Yes, agreed.
Tom Hiddleston could be an excellent Riddler.
Oscar Isaac could be an awesome.
Like they're in my mind. For me, Jonah Hill, the Penguin sticks out a lot. One that I would really like is Hugo Strange.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see that.
If I'm looking at the rogues gallery of the people that they want, there's a
Mad Hatter.
I doubt they're going to
start that. If they went down a weird road, Mad Hatter would be great for Jonah Hill.
I would like them to do someone they've never done before.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, that's hard, being the Batman. Definitely 100%.
But to be fair, you could literally just put all the Batman's rogue gallery on a table, throw a fucking dart at it, and you'd find somebody.
So let's see here. You think it's going to be So you think it's going to be the Penguin?
Yes.
Do you want it to be the Penguin?
No, I'd like it to be something different. I would like him to be someone like the Mad Hatter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Someone that's just crazy beyond bonkers and brings in Alice in Wonderland and all that stuff. I would love that.
See, for me,
or Calendar Man. Totally random.
Yeah, totally random. It would be interesting. You've got to think about the fact that this Batman is young.
Yeah.
So it has to be, like, it can't be a grizzled villain who's been around for ages, because you'd have that depth.
Yeah.
It has to be, like, the Penguin makes the most sense, because obviously if I'm just guessing here, and I don't know my comics too well, but Batman Year One is all about, he goes after the mob, right?
Yeah.
And out of the big villains, the most mobby is the Penguin.
Yeah. Or what's his name? There's a main guy in Gotham TV show.
Like Falcone. I know they ain't gonna go that route, because I feel like they want to do one of the villains, like the face villains, because Falcone is just a guy at the end of the day, and I feel like they're not gonna go just the guy route.
Out of the corner, what's his name? Is it Grog? What's his name? It's pretty much the Hulk, but it's Batman's Hulk, but it's DC's version of Hulk.
Solomon
Grundy. Out of the corner, random.
That would be very strange.
Yeah.
Because to me, he's just a brute villain. He's just he's not like the Bane, where he's got the brains as well as the brawn. They ain't gonna do Bane.
No, could you imagine Jonah Hill as the Bane? That would be hilarious.
I would like. It's for me. They ain't gonna do Strange because it's too young.
Yeah.
What if it's Hush?
Oh, aye.
I would love that.
Aye. Starts off as his friend.
Because they're about Robert Patterson and Jonah Hill are round about the same age. Because starts off as his friend.
Starts to fall down.
Goes and he's in medical school. Hush is a good shout. Hush would be class. Because you know, obviously, the when Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, there was the whole like get Matt Damon to be Hush.
Yeah.
Like Hush is a good shout, and I would fucking love if they did Hush.
It's meant to take. I can't remember the comic book personally, but it's meant to be the long Halloween or the Halloween night or something.
Is that not Hush?
I think Hush was brought into it during that series.
So the three ones for me is it's the Penguin, he's Hugo Strange, or he's Hush.
Me, it's Penguin, Calendar Man, or Mad Hatter.
I would like to see if they go like, obviously the first iteration of Calendar Man, stupid as fuck.
Yes.
But if they go like the whole serial killer who kills people on holidays route, it could be interesting. It'd be like that'd give me like a Seven vibe. You know, the Brad Pitt What's in the Box thing. Yeah. That'd give me that sort of vibe.
It could work. Jonah Hill could smash it.
It's more just like, what are they going to go down here? Like, what route are they taking this Batman down?
Dark.
Do you think? Because I feel like they're not. Because at Dark, obviously, they don't want to do Dark because.
Yeah, but they don't want to go Adam West. God rest his soul.
No, they ain't going to go that cheesy. But it's going by the DCU or whatever it's called. Everything's a bit light-hearted as well as some.
This Batman is closer to Todd Phillips the Joker than it is DCEU.
Right.
Me personally.
Do you think?
Because it's the thing. It's the big thing out there right now. The Joker does well. The Batman does well. They'll put them together. You know what I mean? But we've discussed about that before, and let's not go back in there.
Yeah, like that's a whole different thing. But yeah, Jonah Hill, interesting.
Yes.
I like Jonah Hill. I've always liked Jonah Hill. So
it'll be good to see where it goes.
Did you see the photo that folk have put him as the Penguin, where he's got the big ass long nose and shit? I didn't want that.
Nah, I didn't want Danny DeVito Penguin if they're going to go that way. So Danny DeVito?
Yeah. I want, like, you know what it's like in the games where he's got like the glass eye instead of a monocle, but I want like the monocle and I want the umbrella. Yeah. But then he give me the stupid like nose and hands thing.
It didn't have that in the game. I can't remember if he had the giant nose in the game.
No, he had like it wasn't a giant nose. He had like
his nose was pointed.
In the game, it was kind of, he was like a mobster, and he had like a glass over his eye, like a bottle instead of the hang, and it was all about like the gadgets and umbrellas and that. I want that. He needs to have the umbrellas. He needs to have like the monocle, and he needs to always be in a suit that looks like the black suit with it, so it looks a bit like Penguin. But none of that. I didn't want the flippers, and I didn't want the fucking nose.
Eating the fish raw and all that stuff. It
makes sense for Batman Returns in that time period, but don't do it now. He needs to just be a mobster who basically needs to be like Gotham.
He
basically walks like a penguin. He looks like a penguin, but he doesn't have. Like, he's not like half man, half fish.
I really don't need him to eat sea.
So he needs to be like that, because as much as Gotham's had its ups and downs, the boy who plays the Penguin fucking did an excellent job. Yeah,
he's actually really, really good in it. Really good. And he's...
it's probably the most realistic, the most penguin, like the comics Penguin we've had ever.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, that's been the news. So we're going to move on to the movie I chose.
Yeah, your pick of the week.
I had to get around to this eventually because I fucking love this movie. Like I'm not straight up lying. Which is it's Tron Legacy.
Yeah, from 2010.
Which believe. So I have this movie on Blu-ray in a collection with Tron and Tron Legacy.
Okay.
And
nerd, but okay.
I tell you what, man. Like before we get into it. For a movie that's almost 10 years old, this still looks fucking good.
Holds up.
Like I say, with the Blu-ray probably enhances, but this still looks good for almost 10 years old.
I know. This
came out a year after Iron Man, because Iron Man was 2009.
Yeah. Oh, so
like it still holds up.
Yeah, and the graphics alone. Don't get me wrong. There's times where like
I know what bit you're gonna say looks the worst.
What bit?
It's Clue.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Bridges. Yeah. I know you're going to say that looks the worst.
That's the worst bit, but I
agree. It's not bad, but like if you compare it to the de-aging nowadays, and if you obviously think of the rest of everything else, it does look the worst.
It's like everything is beautiful and digital, and then there's crayon head.
It's rubbery.
Yeah. Weren't you a Stretch Armstrong at one point? Yeah, you right there. That's a nice yellow jacket thing you've got going. But
like I'm gonna say, because you have not done it already, I'll tell you what the story is because you haven't asked me.
You don't ask me.
Yeah, because I was waiting for you to do it to me.
Do what, Fraser? What's the story?
Right. Well, you've caught me off guard.
I know. Totally off guard, mate.
So Tron Legacy is a sequel, not a prequel or a reboot, which I've argued with people hundreds of times, where Sam Flynn. Jeff Bridges' son,
played by Darren Headland,
who's not bad, but we'll get to that. Receives a pager, or the guy who is Tron basically receives a pager from the office of the arcade.
Yeah, Alan Bradley.
He goes to check out and gets taken into the grid.
Good.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, that's literally it.
And they just have to figure things out when they get there.
Good intro. That was good.
I mean,
better than I've ever done. But
this I have to talk about before we talk about anything in this movie. Before we even talk about the opening. Before we even talk about actors' performances. the fucking soundtrack.
Oh my god!
For this movie,
mate, I actually wrote that down.
It's the best soundtrack, in my opinion, probably one of the best soundtracks ever.
Yeah.
For a movie, the score and the soundtrack are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it was Daft Punk.
Daft Punk did the soundtrack and the score. I can't remember who did the score, but even just that bits alone for not. Clearly, the guy who did the score, had Daft Punk influences as well.
Yeah.
Because it still has like that techno vibe.
Yeah, like I agree.
Like right from the get go, right from the Tron, when it comes up on the blue lights, from like when he drives the motorbike to the building, like to the end credits where like Jeff Bridges is talking to the son before he goes away. Like the score and the soundtrack is phenomenal.
It's one of the best.
It's so good.
It has to be one of the best.
I've got the soundtrack on my phone. Like it's so good. It's so good.
Just that alone, like, brought me in. But I like the way it kicked off, because it kind of kicks off with a promise. Mm-hmm. Which like most of these type of cheesy moments do, where obviously he's sitting with his kid, Jeff Bridges' character, Kevin Flynn, is sitting with his kid and he's giving him a promise, blah blah, and I like that it tells you what the story's going to be without actually going, this is what the story's going to be.
It's basically I forgot the word for it. It's basically when the character comes up, exposition.
Yeah,
it's exposition, but because it's talk through, like talking to the son. Yeah, it's done all right instead of just like instead of just Jeff Bridges appearing and basically recapping or saying what it is. It's kind of. It's a nice way of doing it. Like I agree with what you're saying there, 100%.
And even then, the de-aging didn't look that bad until
you just kind of like I like the fact that it gets you used to it from the beginning.
Yeah, they're like, by the way, this is how it's going to look.
Yeah,
deal with it.
Yeah,
and that was fine until he turned round to look at his kid before it, like when he was on a bike and he turned his head, and I'm like, maybe just have him put a.
It's a bit. It's like I say, it's a bit rubbery.
Yeah, but it's literally. So far,
but at the end of the day, because it's like it doesn't annoy me, but it's weird that it's like it doesn't take me out of it at all.
No, not one moment.
Do you know what I think it doesn't take me out of it, right? And I'll probably get to it now, where obviously the other Jeff Bridges, Clue, is a program. And not like the real Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So it kind of makes sense.
Look like that. Yeah,
that's why agreed. It doesn't bother me.
There was actually a point when I first watched this, I went, "Is that Clue talking to his son?" Yeah, like, I instantly thought it was going to be those moments when he was like, the dad's always been stuck there, and Clue's been coming back, but
it's just because he had to look like that. But yeah, it's because like Clue's not technically real.
Yeah.
That makes me accept it more, I think.
No, agreed. Completely agreed, but then you see him beside other characters. But anyway,
that's where it does. Like I will admit that it does look rubbery. Yeah, like this movie has faults, but
most films do.
Yeah, of course. So we talked about the beginning of where he hacks into the company, and we get the amazing soundtrack for the get go.
Yeah,
I thought that was all right. I think it's a good way of showing that he's like a rebellious young adult, because he's not a teenager.
No.
I'd say he's 20s. They don't say how old he is.
I think it'd be late teens. No,
I'd say mid-20s. Yeah, like between 20 and 25.
Yeah,
I'd say.
And it was a nice wee taster though, because it kind of shows you that he's actually smart without actually being like, oh my god, technically, you know what I mean? Like it's hints that he's actually he's followed his dad slightly.
Until the pressure and all that, where's your dad, where's your dad, and he's like, well, fuck it.
Also, I love the fact also Tommy Shelby's in this. I don't know the character's name. Killian Reese or something from Batman and from Peaky Blinders.
Oh, Cillian Murphy,
he plays the tech guy. He's like,
he's there for like a second,
yeah. He's pretty cool. But
I like the fact that they got the actor who's Tron in the first movie.
Who?
The guy who talks, so the guy Alan.
Yeah.
That's the Tron.
Oh, yeah.
That's the voice of Tron, and it's also who plays Tron in the first one, and he also plays Tron in like any animated. I mind that cut
Tron Uprising,
which is phenomenal.
It's on Amazon.
By the way.
It's on Amazon.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Right, well, thank you for telling me that, because I'm watching it. Because I was going to ask you to do me a favour before I left today. But yeah, he's the voice of Tron for everything.
Nice.
So he's Tron.
Sweet.
So I like the fact that he got his thing as well.
Yeah, I like that they were able to go, by the way, you're the Tron guy, come in, and he's been like, yeah, cool.
I also like the fact that it doesn't take for ages to get to the grid. There's no there is a setup that you need, but it's not like you're like, can you just get to the...
Yeah.
Like, it's literally, I'd say, 10, 15 minutes in, maybe not even that, and he's, like, on the grid.
I like what I liked about it, right? And it's the same with the beginning. It's kind of... They're giving you snippets of information for him to take with him. You know what I mean? Because if he just went from being young to going to Flynn's, blah, blah...
Yeah, because, like, when he first arrives on the grid, it's like he knows everything already.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he did it, and then he's like... He's
not
like,
shocked. He's just like, oh,
yeah,
cool.
Like, well, he's more shocked that it's real.
Yeah.
But it's not like, he's not like, what is this?
It's more of a kid finding out his dad's done something awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's fucking
So he's
cool.
always like, he's like, oh, I'm not a program, I'm a user. He knows all these terms already because of, like, his dad. Which I've really quite enjoyed, because it's not like this whole, like, what the fuck?
Like Jumanji. When they first went to Jumanji, they're like, oh my god, what's happening here?
A bit like that, yeah. I like the fact that he already knows.
Yeah.
He's more just, like, shocked that he's like he did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
I like small bits too, because at the beginning, the 1989 bit, he has the toys, and then if the first guy he fights, he's like, oh, I had an action figure of you. Like, that's so, like, how they brought that across is really well.
I mean, we may as well talk about that whole bit, which is the disc fight.
The games.
The game, basically, the disc fight leading up to the light cycles.
Yes.
So I enjoyed the disc fight.
Oh, aye.
I thought that was, like, I wish there was a bit more in the movie.
Yeah, agreed.
There is a little bit in the nightclub.
Yeah.
But this is like it's like they obviously they wanted to one, like, the big throw in the disc fight, and they sort of gave us it a bit early.
Yeah. How do you feel that they didn't make him awesome? Like, main character, he's like, okay, this is what I do, but I'm not that good at it. Like, he never ever actually does anything.
It makes more sense because, I mean, a program is designed to be that good.
Yeah.
When a user has to learn to be that good.
When you've been made perfect by someone perfect,
you're gonna know already.
Yeah.
Which is like the whole point of the movie, the perfect system. But I did enjoy the light cycle bit. I mean, do you want to talk about it now? Because I know that we don't really, like, not spoil things in it. But, like, how do you feel about Bad Tron?
I like that. I don't think we had enough of it.
You personally,
I don't think we got enough Bad Tron.
See, I'm the opposite.
Would you rather had a little bit of bad then good?
I wish that we got more good Tron.
But you know why they did what they did later on?
Because it was meant to be setting up.
Yeah, so it's meant to be setting up more and more films. So they're kind of like, here's, like, say it was like here's your first taste of Tron.
Yeah.
Then it kind of hints at the end that, oh, there's another Tron, which never came to fruition as far as we know. It could happen, doubtful, but at the end of the day, they did that to try and build on a thing.
One thing I did like and I didn't like about Bad Tron is that sometimes it's really hard to tell which one's Bad Tron, because they all look super similar, apart from the fact that Bad Tron uses 2 discs.
You want to know what made me realise what the difference is?
Which one's Bad Tron?
Yeah. Because you could see Bad Tron's full legs.
Okay.
Because everyone's got, like, the full armour thing, whereas Bad Tron's is, like, super tight.
To do all the flips.
Yeah.
I mean, but obviously, like, you could definitely always tell which one's Clue, because Clue is like a brighter orange to everyone else.
Yeah.
I wish that Tron maybe had a different colour, or I know that then it would sort of be able to say, like, he's important until you find out that he's Bad Tron. But I just think that sometimes see the nightclub bit.
Yes.
I know that we're skipping ahead, right?
Fine.
But you know the nightclub bit where they drop in. None of them are Tron.
No.
But when they first land, you're like,
that's
there's Bad Tron.
Yeah,
but none of them are Tron.
Yeah. And because Tron comes up with Clue.
Yeah, so they get lost. So sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle. And for me, the bit where you can clearly tell Bad Tron is like the first bit that we're talking about, where he pulls the double blades out for the first time.
Did you catch on before Jeff Bridges caught on?
The very first time I saw the movie, no.
Yeah, but obviously,
now knowing, you see little things.
Yeah, the first time I was like, why has he got 2? And then
I just assumed he was cooler.
Yeah, that's what it is. But the minute they were like flashback, oh, it's the Rising. That's where I'm like, okay.
That's why he's got 2. And then obviously I'd probably say, I can't really say one of my favourite bits in this movie because all of it really is the light cycle.
Yeah.
If I could have one thing in real life from a movie, I firmly believe
you can buy those bikes.
Yeah, but have you seen how much they fucking cost?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Like I know Florida's got one.
Florida.
I know that Florida's got one.
I bet Florida, the country, also has one. But you know what I mean.
But if I could pull like not a specific, because I mean obviously if it was real I'd take like Thor's hammer. But I'm saying like
I would not take Thor's hammer.
I know because I'm
like,
just
you might but you might not be able to lift it.
I'm just saying from like a real perspective, I'd take a superhero's weapon. But if I had to take like something that I believe that would work in real life, okay. I would take a fucking light cycle because they are cool as fuck.
Yes.
How did you feel about the light cycle bit?
I loved it. I did. I loved it, especially when Clue came into it. Like when obviously you saw the guns get taken first, and then Clue's kind of. I liked it, but I liked it when he teamed up with the guy. Mm-hmm. Because all these other people were like, yeah, we don't want to be here, we're going to die.
Did you notice the guy he teams up with is the other guy that gets sent to the games on the first initial ship? It's not the guy that jumps, but the other guy.
Yeah. Well, obviously because the guy that jumps.
I think it's the guy who like talks to him and says, do you know Flynn? And he goes, shut your mouth.
Yeah,
that's the guy that
not
the half a face guy. But yeah, so I did notice that was the same guy,
which was really cool. It was a nice throwback to 10 seconds before, but still, I loved it. I loved how it looked. Like, don't get me wrong, because we've played games where we've got the lights at the back and all this stuff, and
they put them in GTA and everything,
but it came across so well, and it looked so good. Even when shit was crackling and destroying each other, it still looked perfect. It looked kind of weird on other vehicles, but I accept that, to be honest with you. What was your favourite bit of it?
Of the light cycle bit? I mean, just them jumping and them surrounding them in the first place is cool as shit. Like when he realised what it is, and then like jumps, and then the music kicks in, and then it like goes super slow, and then as soon as he lands in the cycle, the music kicks back into Daft Punk. Oh, good! It's a bit
that he's just like, I know what to do now. I'm awesome because he's a motorcycle guy. What was the bit I was going to say to you there? I don't know why, but watching it, I instantly thought that, see when he tried to run and jump, I thought he fell.
Did you?
In my mind, I just had some fucking weird deja vu moment where I was thinking, he's going to fall, and it didn't. I was like, is this one of these strange moments that people makes question time and travel and all that? But let's not go into that. Anyway, it was really cool, but how did you feel when Cora was introduced?
So obviously at first, like, you don't realise that she's like who she is.
Yeah.
But I did obviously. There's no way that he was going to beat Clue for the beginning because that defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
So they needed to introduce another element, and I thought she's good because it obviously leads to him meeting the real dad.
Yeah.
Like,
you're going to see the real Clue there.
Yeah. Like meeting Jeff Bridges.
Finny. Oh fuck! What's he saying? Flynn. Jesus. Fuck. Yeah.
And I mean, I love when the two of them meet. I think that it's a great moment because you can see it in Jeff Bridges' face about how. So I like Jeff Bridges in this movie, but it's a little. He's a little bit too much of the whole like dude thing. Sometimes it gets on my nerves.
You got to remember, he went in at a time where it was dude love, man.
But I think that he's like he does it a bit much.
He's just Jeff Bridges it. Like he does Jeff Goldblum.
I think that he's obviously good in it. Just sometimes that he annoys me, but I really like that when he sees Sam for the very first time and embraces him and hugs him and then walks outside.
Yeah.
I think he knows right then from then that he is dying. You can tell later on when he's talking to him and Sam's like, talks about the motorbike and you're like, you'll experience it, and then you see his face.
Yeah.
And then obviously right at the end when he says Cora, but I firmly believe as soon as he sees Sam and walks out and looks out, he knows right then from there what he has to do.
Oh, I agree 100% because he shifts. You know what I mean? Like
he's so happy to see him, but then his like face goes. It's because he knows. He knows what Clue's done. He knows that he's the one that sent the pager. He knows that that's how it has to end.
Going back a moment, like just before he meets him, I love that it kind of sets up straight away the relationship between Sam and Cora, where he's like, oh my god, you're not going to make it, and then they hit and they land, and she's like, I made it. And like, it's this relationship between them, which kind of gave me like a brother-sister vibe to begin with. You know what I mean? You
get a little throwback, because when they jump out after taking the disc back, which is near the end, and then they land, and he's like, made it.
Yeah,
you get a little
I like that. Well. I really like that setting it up. But I love the fact that Jeff Bridges is really like, the minute he's like, oh, you paged me, he's like, right, page ya, shit, and he kind of walks away like you said.
He looks out and you see him looking at the grid.
Yeah,
and I think he just knows right then from then.
Agreed.
Did you also know that Olivia Munn was the only person that didn't have to put contacts in, because you know how everybody has contacts. Olivia Wilde, sorry, has to put you know how everybody put, because of the grid. She didn't, because her eyes are already bright enough, so she never had to wear contacts.
Not to be creepy, right? But see how you see people in films, and you see them on TV shows, you're like, oh, they're really beautiful. She has to be one of those people that her eyes are so blue, you're just like, Roman Reigns tried to copy them. It's so beautiful. You know what I mean? But sorry. Yeah.
I think that she's really good in it. How do you feel about like the plot and the ISOs altogether before we move on to like the nightclub bit? Oh,
I mean when they finally meet the Adam and Eve's type people.
Like, how do you feel about the whole plot in general? About like what Clue's doing and the ISOs and like the.
See, the thing is, Clue isn't in the wrong. He isn't a bad guy.
No, he's not.
That's the thing that I love about this film, because he's not actually the bad guy.
No, he's just following his programming.
He's like, you made me this way, and he's like, I know.
He says it because when he made Clue, he was like that.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the old mindset.
Yeah.
And he's basically, his programming is find the perfect system.
Yeah.
Because like, I know that we're skipping right to the end, right?
Yes.
But you see when the Flynn, like the Jeff Bridges, he like swaps the discs, is that Clue doesn't care about harming Flynn.
Yeah.
He puts the disc down, and this person he's been chasing for 10 years leaves and jumps to go get the disc, because even when he's faced with it, he's still trying to do his programming, which is find the perfect system.
I know.
So you are right in the way that Clue is doing bad things, but he isn't really the bad guy, because he's just following his programming. He's
just doing what he's pretty much doing. He's been
doing what he's made to do. Yeah, pretty much.
He's just living his life.
So the ISOs, they basically were put in it for the whole like him, because to them being made there, being like half, like things that come up in half program, they're imperfect to him, so they're not a perfect system. That's why he has to get rid of them.
I liked it, but at the same time, I would have liked to see what happened if they'd got through. You know what I mean?
Well, see, this is a question I've always thought to myself, right? Is that, so Olivia Wilde is an ISO.
Yeah.
So when she's part like real thing and programming, so she comes out as herself.
Yeah.
But they're just programming. So do they even come out properly, or would they just be like floppy disks?
just a bunch of
like technically,
that's the thing.
They're like, just programs. They're not. They're because the ISOs are part. They're not like human. But they're not completely programs.
But at the same time, I think Flynn says at the beginning, he's like he thought. Was it Flynn or was it Clue?
Because he says that because we come in, he thinks he can come out,
which makes sense.
It does make sense why he thinks that.
No, that should make sense in general. Why wouldn't they go out normal? Why wouldn't they go out and turn into people? Because they turned a person into a computer.
But that's this. But they're users and completely different. Because that's saying like when we put a VR headset on, we go in the VR, but nothing for the VR can come out.
I get your. That's a good point to look at. But with VR, we're just eyes on a body.
Yeah.
Whereas
I'm using it for example nowadays because there's no such thing as the grid.
But on
unfortunately,
Tron,
just saying.
Come on, God, if you give us something. But he takes a real person, turns him digital. So surely, for if someone can turn digital, then turn back human, why can't someone who's digital turn human?
True.
You know what I mean?
Well, again, we'll never know.
Yeah. But to be honest, there could just be a giant 3D printer in a corner that none of us have seen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I really wish Sam would have been sitting there just typing in Olivia Wilde's details, and she kind of just prints out. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah, one thing I'm taking back on, I don't like the fact that the computer he goes into the grid looks really futuristic when it really should be an old one.
Yeah. Yes, agreed. That computer should have been some tech.
Like a big massive block.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously,
so advanced.
It was for simple, up to date purposes. But like, if the last time he went out was like when he was
1970s, no, 1989. So
Yeah.
it's 1990. So I mean, like
he's been in
big
there,
box squares and stuff like that.
I think he's been. Well, if we're going to the nightclub bit,
Yeah.
which again, this with the music is another
Yes.
phenomenal fucking
Yes.
part. First of all, the resistance fighters, this guy that got a scar,
Yeah.
they're shite. They die
Yes.
instantly. So what resistance were they?
Resist, die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
yeah.
like, I love
Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen in it is okay. He's over the top,
But he's-
completely over
yeah,
the top.
By the way, is he an ISO?
They never really say.
Because he's got that thing on his head for to begin with, but he acts completely different from everyone else.
And obviously, when the Olivia Wilde's character introduces like Sam to
Yeah.
him, and they're obviously like, we knew each other a long time ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think he was like helped them for the beginning. Maybe he was.
Yeah.
That's maybe why Clue kills him, because he finds out who he really is. But I love it when Jeff Bridges comes in. Like that.
Pure God style, just nails.
Like he just and turns off because he can control everything because he is basically the creator.
And everybody's just like, and the one guy gets down and prays.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if you laughed, but I did. Did you laugh at Jeff Bridges walking away?
But when he does like the
running I'm like, what? You just say because he's Kate?
It's because of his like jacket's like flowy, so he has to like run with
That
it
is the
open. It's
dumbest.
like the Jesus thing.
That
It's
is
the
the
Jesus
dumbest
run.
reason ever.
Well, why else would he have to do it?
Because he thinks he's God.
Yeah, because he is.
I know, right? So why didn't he just walk into this area and just put his hands down and shut Clue down? Clue's still just a fucking. He's just.
No, because remember Sam says to her, like, why doesn't he just go after Clue?
Yeah.
And basically it's because there's
You
a chance
have to join them together.
because they have to do what happens at the end, or he would get his disc.
Yeah,
And the only reason he goes after is because of the sun. It's the reason why Clue sent the page in the first place.
Question: did you think the bar fight was awful once Olivia Wilde came in it? I thought that was besides Clue's look sometimes, but that fight scene is one of the worst bits for me.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously she's not an out and out fighter, and neither's he. Right?
No, yeah,
But
I think
it's
she's
very-
better than him, but
Yeah.
he's not that good.
It's how it's choreographed. Sorry, just how it's maybe just the way the camera's moving too slowly or something. But there's bits where you see it. It's like seeing you see two people practicing, where it's like and
Do you know what I think it is? Is because there is no one on the good side at the caliber of Bad Tron.
Yeah.
So when Bad Tron or the guys who are doing it always look like they're out fighting the good guys because nobody's on the same level as them.
Yeah.
So it does look a bit messy. So it's not just like a fight that you would see in a movie. It's more just them trying to survive, but they do fight back, so it does look a bit messy.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd say that's why, because because Jeff Bridges is the Zen god who does everything with programming, and they do fight, but they're not on the same caliber. So most of it's like grabbing and escape. That's most of what their fighting is.
Yeah.
Is getting some and fucking off.
Cool.
So I can understand how that's a flaw. That's why for me one of my flaws of the movie, even though I fucking love it, is that the Tron should have been turned earlier.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you. How do you feel about the touching train moment?
I liked it. I liked it because it's another one of those moments where Jeff Bridges is basically accepting that he's gonna not survive.
But he's having those little moments where he's a dad. He's just a dad. I liked how Sam's telling him about stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like up to date.
Yeah,
stuff,
and then
like
Sam goes Wi-Fi. And he's like, I thought about that back in the day, but then you think about his computer was Wi-Fi.
Again, that's one of those things where the computer's futuristic. It should have been an old computer, but
which makes me think Alan was actually replacing it. But anyway, that's me going.
Yes, Tron.
Yeah. What else was it?
Well, the next bit is after they get on the train. is basically like the
army coming out in the speech.
Well, one thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
How do you feel about the son bit? Like this, not as in like Flynn the son, as in like the Olivia Wilde's like obsession with the son.
I liked it.
Did you look at that as in like they're just using that as to get them to talk about like nice things for the romance, or did you look at it as like?
I think I was looking at it as like that's their sign of life, like because he's real. How does the son feel? See,
the way I look at it is that because she's like a program, the simplest things to her are like massive.
Yeah.
Like things that we take for granted, which is just the sunrise, to them is massive because she's like all she's known is inside there, and it is kind of a romantic thing at the same time. But they don't now get together.
No, and I like that. It's one of those moments where you think, okay, is this the kind of have that connection?
Basically, the only bit is right at the very end.
Yeah, but they're literally right together.
Each other. Yeah, that's it. There's no like.
I like that. I think it would have been taken away if they were like, oh, we're in love straight away.
But because she feels. I think it's more like she feels safe with him more than she's in love with him.
Also, the bit like where like you've brought up a few times now is Jeff Bridges accepting his fate. Is when he's sitting on the bridge, sitting on the train, meditating.
And stares at
them, and they're just having this moment, and he just smiles.
And he knows that she needs to go, and not him. I like I say, when he walks out after meeting Sam for the first time, I think he knows right then from there.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's several viewings that's made me notice it, but I do believe that.
Yeah, it was good. Good moment.
How did you feel about the flying fight?
It was good, but again, it's a moment where they shouldn't have used the light thing at the end. I felt like that makes sense for the bikes. It's part of the games, but I don't see the point in it on the ships.
I think it's just the Tron thing.
Do you think it's just like, oh, it's a vehicle, it has to have that?
Yeah, I think so, because I definitely remember like there's not flying ones in the original, so they were like, oh well, if the bikes have it, then the flying things have got to have
Maybe
it.
it's a power source. Maybe it's like the power source does this. I think it's like
their version of, because obviously they go through find out Clue's plan of trying to make the army, and like one thing I liked is you notice that right at the very start where it's talking about like Jeff Bridges' character.
Yeah.
And it shows him talking like when he says he's gone missing, and it said it's just after he's had that talk, and he stands in front and says like the technology and like is the way forward, and he stands in front of the crowd and it's all taking photos.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed when Clue is giving his speech, it's filmed from the exact same angle?
Yeah. Wow, I've never noticed it at the point, but no. Wow, that's actually like really good.
His hands are out. It's like he's giving the same speech, but it's Clue giving it to all his Orange Army. It's just one of those things I've noticed watching it several times.
Oh, that's mint.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to talk about the end. I mean, the how do you feel about the end? The fact that it's the self-sacrifice of Jeff Bridges.
I liked it because you know what I mean. It's kind of this is his world. It's not the fact that he's God or anything like that, but he's like this is his place, and he's to be fair, he's out of touch and he's accepted who he is and where he's meant to belong.
I love how it doesn't turn into a massive fist fight between the Clue and Flynn.
I like that Flynn kept his persona. Like I like that he kept who he was. He's like, I've changed. Mm-hmm. There's nothing to seek perfect is imperfect.
Because you see it when Sam's talking to him, and I'm sure it's on the bridge where he's like he's like, oh, he's a madman, and he's like, no, it's just me. He's like, it's just me. It's like that's the way. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
Like like what you said before. It's like Clue. He does horrible things, but he is just following his programming, and that's what Flynn says to him at the end. It's just like, I'm sorry. Like it's just like you can't. There's no such thing as perfection. I mean, we say it on this podcast as well. There is no such thing as perfection.
No. Things will get close, like this film, but it's impossible.
There's no such thing as perfection, and I love that talk between it.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it, and I like that his big self-sacrifice moment. I like that where Flynn just pulls him in. He's like, "Come on, you're coming back to me, and this is how it ends." And even when they're outside, I like that. But I really want to know why Alan wasn't like, "Who the fuck is this?" Like Alan's went in the building, she's went out the building. There's no way they've not crossed paths.
I mean, he does say that you were right. and that's basically instead of explaining everything. Because Alan did have his inklings.
I feel so sorry for Alan.
I wish he got in.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he is in anyway.
No, I know.
Because the reason, like, he's Tron.
Yeah, I know he's Tron.
He's like, that's what he made his best friend. He was Jeff Bridges' best friend, so he made him like Tron.
Yeah.
So that's why, so he couldn't go in.
But that'd be like me building a world, having a fake you, and there's a real you side who's never been. I wouldn't, but I'd be like, let's come in with me.
That's the thing, is he couldn't tell anybody about this. Nobody's going to believe him.
But he did though, and you're right, his friend didn't believe him. Remember, he was like, your dad, I remember the night before your dad disappeared, he phoned me, and he's talking about algorithms, and even Jeff Bridges.
He had a little inkling, but he was like, nah, there's no way it's fucking
And Jeff
real.
Bridges explains that. And the thing, he says the exact same thing Alan does. It's cool, it's a nice
So yeah, that's why Alan can't go in, because he's Tron, technically. Yeah. And I think he's definitely the voice of the Tron, because when he says I fight for the users, it's definitely Tron's voice.
Yeah.
That's why I wish we got more good Tron.
Yeah.
That's probably my fault.
Or at least more of the coup. We could have got at least more of the coup in our 5 minutes. See when they start attacking them and everything like that, and it's kind of just there and it's done. I'd have liked to see a little bit of a chase with that.
I wish that maybe happened when they went and took his. When he came up with Olivia Wilde and saw Sam taking the disc.
Yeah.
I wish it happened then.
Like
and
when
then they all escape together, and then something happened. Then Bad Tron he gets taken down.
Yeah, agreed. How do you feel? Right, it's not really the film. How do you feel about the big gaping what if? Or what happens next that's there now?
I hate the fact that we're never going to... I hate the fact there's not another one. There's apparently meant to be one coming out in 2021 with Jared Leto apparently being in it.
Yeah.
Because I like Google this, because every time I watch it I always Google like, why is there not Tron 3?
Yeah.
I do it all the time. Apparently
there's
Tron
one. 2,
apparently there's one in the works. This is Tron 3. That's Tron 2. But I hate it. We never got another one. I hate the fact that it didn't do well at the box office, because like
it was 174 to make. Oh bollocks! 174 to make. It only made 170 to make. Only made 174 in America. What is it? Yeah, 170 to make. Holy fuck! It only made 172 in America, but worldwide it was 400.
For me, I think it's because Tron is a cult classic, but it just wasn't enough to pull people back. See if a third one come out now, I think it could.
It would be awesome.
I think it could now, if they do another one. I think it could pull it back. But, of all the things that Disney own, Star Wars, Marvel.
I completely forgot this was Disney.
All the things that the live action things they're doing, like they're cartoons.
Yeah, but
Tron's like the bottom of the barrel.
But Disney Plus really gives you hope, because they could make more cartoon, they could make a live action.
I mean, obviously, like, this is nothing to do with what we're talking about, but Tron Uprising is fucking good. That cartoon is fucking excellent.
So do you think it still holds up?
Yeah, because I definitely think it still holds up, because I've obviously, like, Tron is one of my favourite things of all time. I've always loved Tron. I've been a massive Tron fan for ages. And when you first started like getting things for me on the hard drive, I asked you to get me the Tron cartoon.
Yeah.
I'm calling it the Tron animated series. I'm not calling it a cartoon.
Yeah.
And I asked you also to get me the Jackie Chan one.
That fucking shit was impossible. They didn't even start. Really.
That's fucking phenomenal.
They didn't even start. That's so good.
And I watched all of it, and I still think it holds up. It's totally. It's definitely a cult classic, and I'd say massively underrated. So if they somehow Disney announced there is a new Tron thing coming to Disney Plus, I'd be more angry at the fact that I'm still not getting it, but I'd also be ecstatic because it would be more Tron. I want them to do. It's just one of those things. It's like Splinter Cell. Just give me another one.
There is another one.
Shut up about that. But I'm just saying about. It's just that thing. There's certain things in this world that I want, and obviously, like, it's just I've waited a long time.
Okay.
What are you giving out of 5?
4.
You giving out a 4?
4.
My initial was going to be 4.5, but see, just sitting talking about it.
Are you giving it a 5? You had it.
It's from my perspective, and I know that some people do not like it, but I'm giving it a 5, man. I'm giving it a 5.
Hey, reviews are pointless.
I'm giving it a 5.
Good.
I mean, I really should eventually give something else that's not set in some futuristic world that's bright and shiny a 5.
I think there's you know
there's a running theme
to
with
be
me.
fair though, we do have the Joker coming up next week. So, you know.
Could be the very first reviewed 5. Yeah. If it happens.
It will happen, I swear, I'm saying it right now.
Eventually will be a reviewed 5.
Yeah.
Of course. But but the only thing I've got to ask you, man, is what you done lately?
Well, what I've done lately is... Have you heard of Anna? You heard of Anna, the pretty much Black Widow film?
Yeah, the Luc Besson film, the man who's never done anything as good as Leon since...
Yes.
Yeah, and Fifth Element.
Yeah. I watched that.
Is it any good?
Fucking awesome. It is...
Have you seen Leon?
You know I have, because you made me watch it.
Is it as good as Leon?
No.
Because it's about Hitwoman, right?
Yeah.
But so I just...
It's female John Wick with a better story.
Right, okay. So it's not as good as Leon.
No, but it's close.
It's just when it comes to him and whoa.
It's just...
You can't say it's close to Leon. Not to me, you can't say that.
Okay, you need to watch it, right? I'll get it for you, but it's really good. And the story, also, I'm not going to
Because obviously, like, folk that don't know, Leon is my favourite movie of all time.
Yeah, it's good.
So, like, I've always had few that, like, chop and change, but number one will never change. Leon is my favourite movie of all time.
I feel like I've offended him somehow. I've not actually said anything.
Somehow, yeah, because it's because it's Luc Besson and it's about Hitman. It's basically like before I seen Valerian 1,000 Planets. I was like, is it going to be like The Fifth Element? And then I watched it. And I was like, it's fuck all like The Fifth Element, because The Fifth Element is good.
Also, the main lassie from Anna was in that.
In Valerian?
Yeah.
She played one of the aliens.
Fuck, no, I've never watched that. You fucking mental.
I've seen Valerian.
Yeah, I
thought it was not bad.
I saw the trailers.
I thought it was not bad, but the chemistry between Cara Delevingne and that Dane DeHaan is terrible.
But yeah.
Anyway, let's not talk about Valerian 1,000 Planets.
Okay, Anna, I'd give it 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Because I think it's worth a watch. No, it's very good. It's a very good film.
Well, a bit above a Run of the Mill, because Run of the Mill's 2.5.
Yeah. It's definitely worth a watch, especially if you like John Wick. You'll love this. I got back into New Amsterdam on Prime. Fucking love that show. Gives me a tear. Fucking pulls on the strings. That Doctor show, it's really good. But I'm still powering through One Piece at the moment.
Okay.
Fucking that show's addictive, but it's one of those things because it's like fucking 853 episodes.
So when you say you're powering through.
I'm like 265 right now.
Well, at least you're enjoying it.
But other than that, it's been Borderlands.
Do you want to let me talk
we'll talk
and then we'll talk about Borderlands?
What have you been doing lately, Fraser?
So I watched The Upside with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston.
Is it good?
Good, but it drags a bit.
Yeah.
The missus really liked it. I thought it was not bad. The story didn't go how I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to go more about how Kevin Hart's character did something and then they fell out, but it was more to do with how Bryan Cranston... They all go on, and then Kevin Hart forced them to do something to talk to a lassie, and then she was like, it was a lassie they were only writing to, and then they never met, and because he's like could only control the top of his head, she couldn't take it, and then he blamed Kevin Hart for it. So it kind of took that route instead of them falling out. He just thought he did fall out with them, but for different reasons.
Alright, okay.
So it took that. I always thought it was going to be like Kevin Hart. He found out Kevin Hart was in jail and all that stuff, and then fired him. But that stuff was known for the beginning, or like so. I thought it was not bad.
Good.
I'm 6 episodes in of Carnival Row. I've kept going with it,
and
I quite like it actually.
Worth a watch.
I think you might like it. There's werewolves in it.
Fuck aye. Called, nailed. That's it. I'll watch it now.
So there's a bit in it because obviously it's set in like Victorian times, and over Cara Delevingne and Orlando Bloom's character used to be in a relationship, but then she thought he was dead, and then finds that he's alive, so he's pissed at him. This all happens in the first episode. But episode 3 basically gives how they met.
Yeah.
and that's where you see like these people who are werewolves.
Oh, cool. I'll have to.
So I don't know if they're like in the main store, because it's like then skipped forward where it's set in Carnival Row, and it's like in the Victorian town, and there's basically a person going around killing people, but then it might not be a person, it looks like it's just a thing.
No.
And then there's like another political subplot, and then she's like working with this. One thing that is annoying me, right, and it's not like nothing to do with like the boys, but she's like working for this underground fairy place.
All right.
Who like, because they like they're all the fairy tale creatures are viewed as second class citizens.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is a run of the theme of it.
Yeah.
But she's like working for this place who's like the Resistance. But the lassie who runs the Resistance is basically a dick
okay.
to all the fairies. But I've never seen her
okay.
being a dick to the folk she's meant to hate, which is the establishment. So she's like, the first time you ever meet her, she's punishing a fairy for doing something wrong, and then the next time you meet her, she's like, oh, if you don't do as you're told, you'll all die. And then she finds out someone's snitching, so she asks Cara Delevingne to go kill them, and then bring back his wings, and says, oh, if you fucking be an asshole, it'll be your wings on the table. And I'm like, you're just being mean to the folk who's part of your resistance. Maybe you should be mean to the people who you apparently hate. It annoyed the shit out of me.
It's one of those things.
Just like that boy, it's one of those things where I'm like, just but apart from that,
be a nice person, don't be an ass.
But apart from that, I'm enjoying it so far. There's little things going along, and then you find out something about Orlando Bloom's character, which changes things completely, which I've quite enjoyed. That I won't spoil, especially if you're going to watch it, because that's a few episodes in where you find that out, which changed things up a bit, which I enjoyed. But yeah, apart from that, it's been Borderlands, man.
Yeah, so we'll have a bit more in-depth chat about this on another time. But how are you liking it so far?
I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. It's definitely got some technical issues. Yeah,
I find the game, if I'm playing it with someone, it's very enjoyable. But see, when you're just running about yourself, it's one of those games which like it's the same thing.
One that you can get overwhelmed if you're playing by yourself. I feel like you have to either play the right kind of build, or you have to play the right character.
If you're built off, you're fucked.
If you're by yourself,
If I was by myself, my character, I would have to be both the clone and the shield, and have the clone be able to bring me back, because there's an ability that does that.
And I'm the Beastmaster, and there's a tree where your animal can bring you back, and I believe if I was playing all of it by myself, I'd have to go down that route. Where I'm playing most of it with you, so I've went down a different route. Yeah. So it does have its upsides. It's definitely enjoyable. I know that it's sold a shit ton, and it does have technical issues, but I am also enjoying it. Sorry.
It's fine.
I think that this is probably my favourite character that I've ever played in Borderlands. Having this pet that kicks about, that you can fucking like make massive, and it evolves and shit like this.
Yeah, I just love my sassy Irishman.
So
she's brilliant.
I'm definitely enjoying it. But yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want to tell everybody about that, and then you can say the next movie? Because I have no idea what you're going to say it is. So
you can catch us on Instagram at Pointless Point of View. Catch us on Twitter at Of Pointless, which is kind of weird, but anyway. And we're on YouTube at Pointless Point of View, where we have the Pointless Point of View podcast, and we have the Pointless View of Wrestling podcast. And we also have Pointless View of Gaming, which is on a separate channel, which we'll be doing live stuff and all that, new games and old games. We'll try and play them together, and sometimes all that. But moving on.
Yeah, what is your choice?
My choice for next week is Mortal Kombat. The first Mortal Kombat movie.
The first Mortal Kombat movie?
First Mortal Kombat movie.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Why do it? Right, oh, fuck it. I mean, fair enough.
I was watching, because I was sitting looking at all this news for like Mortal Kombat and all this stuff, and I went, "Ken, what?"
At least it's not a lie, and you didn't choose Annihilation, because Annihilation is fucking garbage.
Do I hear what my options were?
Yeah, go on.
My options for next week was Zombieland. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one.
As in,
yes,
not the Michael Bay.
I mean, like that one.
Guys in suits, yeah.
Yeah, Transporter, first one, or Glass. Just because I thought Glass would be funny to wind you up with.
I'm feeling you made a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, get ready for every time we talk about this movie to be like, Mortal Kombat! Like, expect that to
everyone else hearing us about that's just silent, but Tels will just dance about it.
Just expect that to appear quite a lot. But alright then, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I've been Fraser.
I've been Callum.